Good afternoon, Mark at the Wicked Edge Expert Corner Group, and I'm talking about clamping positions for drop points. And I wanted to just real quick show this one. This is a Tanto, which in my research it was called a drop point, as were the curved knives. The difference about the Tanto is that it is distinct. And this one I would sharpen similarly. I would put the brake as high as I can in the vise, put the brake right behind the back of the vise, right behind the back of the vise. The brake is right there, and that lets me sharpen that like it's a flat blade and sharpen it up here like it's a flat blade. And then we work that angle, that Tanto, we work this flat, and then we blend it. So by putting the drop point or the Tanto or the recurve so that the curve is as close to the back, that is the best way to achieve full flat contact with the Wicked Edge. Now, there was a study made by a man named Anthony Yan, and it was published on a sharpening forum and the original Wicked Edge forum. I tried to find it, but that did not migrate to the new Wicked Edge forum, which is now hosted on Discourse. The original Wicked Edge forum was from WordPress, and that paper written by Anthony Yan on fixed position guided sharpening, dealing with finding the sweet spot in the rotation. That paper has been hard to find, but I just wanted to talk about it because that is the scientific explanation for what we're doing here that allows us to use the rotation best on the knife, is because of the clamping position and where we put that curve relative to the center. So the Tanto knife is a drop point, and it is the simplest one. But to show you, to make this point, you can see the facets. There's one here is flat, one up here, one down there, and it comes together. Those are different thicknesses of the knife, and the taper is different. And when we clamp it, back to the previous video, when we clamp it, the height is higher here than here. This is lower. The thickness is different here than here. Because the thickness is different, that steel sticks out on the sides different at different places along the knife, so it will contact the stone first on the thicker and later on the thinner. So that contact is what makes the bevel. If it contacts it later, it's going to be higher up. If it contacts it sooner, it's going to be bigger because it's making more contact. Contact earlier and all the way through, so the bevel is bigger, more contact. Again, it's a compromise. You have to find some balance. This angle and this angle probably won't be the same because we're setting the angle here, measuring it here and calling the knife that angle, say 15 degrees. But when we come over here, it is what it is. We work it like a separate edge. We do not change that angle again. You can change that angle if that is your desire. and work just that second edge. Because it's flat, you could work that separate edge at an angle and then come up here and work this flat at a different angle. You can do that, but when you do that, it's hard to blend this point because you're going back and forth like this to blend that point. So if they're two different angles, you can't blend it. So I like to find a compromise and use the same angle setting for both edges. But if you take a new knife out of the box and you match the angle, you may find that the angles are indeed different bevel angles. And that goes back to what we were saying before about the sweet spot and finding a compromise. Thanks.